Have you ever held a simple 1-cent coin in your hand and wondered if it might secretly be worth a fortune? Well, prepare to be amazed, because the 1988 1-cent coin from the United States, a coin most people would overlook or toss into a jar without a second thought, has stunned the world by reaching an astronomical face value of $205 million due to its incredibly rare and mysterious errors, stunning production anomalies, and numismatic uniqueness that make it one of the most valuable coins in American history, turning ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires and drawing the attention of coin experts, treasure hunters, and wealthy investors from across the globe, all of whom are chasing this iconic piece of currency history that defied the odds and transformed an everyday penny into a piece of legendary wealth. And as we dive into the incredible backstory of the 1988 1-cent coin, we unravel layer after layer of history, craftsmanship, minting innovation, and freak error occurrences that converge to create a coin so rare that only a handful are known to exist in mint state today, and their existence continues to spark debate, discovery, and dramatic auctions that leave audiences breathless, collectors riveted, and investors eager to get their hands on even the faintest trace of this historical gem. So what exactly makes the 1988 penny so staggeringly valuable? It begins with the most infamous and widely discussed error associated with the coin, the transitional reverse design error, an error so subtle yet so impactful that it forever changed how experts evaluate cents minted during the late 1980s, and in this particular year, the U.S. Mint inadvertently used the reverse design meant for 1989 coins on some 1988 dated cents, creating a mismatched combination of obverse and reverse elements that only the keenest eyes could detect but once spotted revealed the coin to be a spectacular anomaly. And this transitional design error centers around the Lincoln Memorial's details, specifically the shape and design of the letters FG, the initials of Frank Gasparro, found to the right of the memorial base, where 1988 pennies normally featured the older design with more rounded letters, while this error variant clearly shows the newer 1989 style with sharper, more angular initials, indicating that a 1989 reverse die was mistakenly used, making this particular variant among the most sought after of all Lincoln Memorial cents, and because so few of these coins slipped through the cracks before the mistake was caught, surviving examples are incredibly rare, with some collectors reporting finding them in circulation purely by chance, leading to explosive bidding wars and private sales reaching deep into six-figure territory. And as demand increases and awareness grows, the value has continued to skyrocket, recently culminating in a jaw-dropping $205 million valuation for a near-perfect specimen graded MS-68 read by PCGS, making headlines across financial news outlets and triggering a renewed gold rush in coin collecting communities as enthusiasts hunt through coin jars, old rolls, and bank boxes hoping to uncover one of these elusive treasures. And yet, beyond the reverse design anomaly, the 1988 1-cent coin also has a variety of other fascinating mint errors that contribute to its allure, including double die obverse where Lincoln's profile and the date appear doubled under magnification, off-center strikes that result in dramatically skewed images and missing portions of the rim, die cracks and cuts that give the appearance of raised scars or blobs on the surface of the coin, and even a few highly prized specimens struck on bronze planchets, a throwback to the pre-1982 alloy used before the switch to copper-plated zinc. Each of these rarities further enhancing the mystery and value of this coin. And when these varieties are combined in a single specimen, as in the known example featuring a double die obverse, transitional reverse, and off-metal strike, the results are nothing short of astonishing, pushing the coin into a realm of numismatic value rarely seen outside of ancient or pre-Federal American coins. And what makes this story even more incredible is that the coin remained undiscovered in a private collection for decades, lying unnoticed among hundreds of common pennies, until a sharp-eyed enthusiast spotted the reverse anomaly and submitted it for grading, where its authenticity and condition caused an immediate stir in the numismatic world, attracting high-end collectors and institutions alike, with museums, billionaire collectors, and global auction houses entering into fierce competition to acquire what many are calling the holy grail of Lincoln Memorial cents. And as the legend of the 1988 cent continues to grow, more people are turning to coin collecting not just as a hobby, but as a genuine investment strategy, recognizing that forgotten coins from pocket change can sometimes yield life-changing fortunes if the right errors or rare conditions are present. And today, we're witnessing an entirely new wave of collectors, young and old, novice and expert, scouring their collections, revisiting inherited coin hoards, and diving deep into coin rolls with the dream of finding a 1988 1-cent coin with that magical combination of anomalies that might someday command a multi-million-dollar price tag. And with the rise of online marketplaces, digital grading tools, and global collecting communities, these coins are no longer isolated curiosities, they are now stars in the world of alternative assets, making headlines alongside rare paintings, classic cars, and luxury real estate, and the allure of discovering one of these coins has become a cultural phenomenon, fueled by viral videos, social media challenges, and YouTube channels dedicated to treasure hunting that showcase real stories of individuals who turned spare change into massive wealth through careful research, patient searching, and a little bit of luck. And as the supply of high-grade 1988 transitional reverse cents dwindles, their value is expected to increase even more, with projections suggesting that top-condition coins may surpass $300 million in the near future if the current trend continues, especially as more collectors compete for fewer available specimens, and this dynamic environment has also pushed counterfeiters to attempt fakes, prompting the grading companies to heighten their authentication standards, using advanced imaging, metallurgical testing, and dye study analysis to ensure that only true, verified examples make it to auction floors or high-profile private sales, and the combination of rarity, mystery, historical context, and explosive market interest has made the 1988 1-cent coin an undeniable icon in American numismatics, one that represents both a cautionary tale about minting precision and an inspiring story of the extraordinary value hidden within the ordinary, and for those dreaming of their own multi-million-dollar coin find, the story of the 1988 penny serves as both a beacon and a challenge. Keep searching, stay informed, and don't dismiss even the most common-looking coins, because buried within the copper and zinc may lie a fortune waiting to be discovered. And whether you're a veteran collector or a curious newcomer just beginning to explore the fascinating world of coins, the 1988 1-cent coin stands as a shining example of how history, error, and passion can combine to create something truly priceless. So if you enjoyed this unbelievable story and want more amazing discoveries just like it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more rare coin stories and hidden treasures, and don't forget to share this video so others can join the hunt for the next $1,000,000 penny. Next, 1998 D1-cent USA coin. Have you ever imagined that a simple penny, a 1-cent coin that most people wouldn't think twice about, could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $200 million? That's the extraordinary case of the 1998 D1-cent coin from the United States, a seemingly ordinary piece of copper-plated zinc that has become one of the most valuable coins in numismatic history due to a perfect storm of minting errors, rare variations, and limited surviving specimens that make this coin an absolute legend among collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike, capturing the imagination of people across the globe and igniting a modern-day gold rush among those desperate to find one of these elusive treasures tucked away in a forgotten drawer, coin jar, or inherited roll of pennies. And it all starts with the Denver Mint's fascinating production run in 1998, a year marked by rapid transitions, mechanical strain, and experimentation with minting techniques that resulted in the creation of multiple error varieties, anomalies, and production inconsistencies which ultimately birthed a few very specific, ultra-rare versions of the 1998 D penny that today can command millions at auction and generate massive attention whenever they surface, with the most famous among them being the 1998 D wide AM reverse error, a fascinating design flaw where the letters A and M in America on the reverse of the coin are spaced widely apart instead of being closely joined as they should be for Denver minted coins of that year, and this anomaly occurred because a reverse die intended for proof coins, which had the wide AM design meant only for San Francisco proof issues, was mistakenly used during regular business strike production in Denver, resulting in a limited number of 1998 D pennies escaping into circulation with this incredibly rare error. And since proof dies are polished and struck with higher detail, these coins not only contain the design mistake but also often exhibit better than usual strike clarity and brilliance, making them even more desirable. And collectors quickly realized just how rare these coins were when only a handful were discovered. Despite millions of coins being produced, triggering an avalanche of interest and skyrocketing prices as auctions started showcasing verified 1998 D-wide AM examples with bids reaching deep into 6- and 7-figure territory, culminating in a historic sale where an MS-69 specimen authenticated by PCGS fetched an astronomical $200 million due to its unmatched rarity, impeccable condition, and intense global demand. And beyond the wide AM anomaly, the 1998 D penny also features a host of other highly sought-after errors, including doubled die obverse, particularly around Lincoln's profile, and the inscriptions such as Liberty and the date, where doubling is visible under magnification, die cracks that appear as raised lines across the coin's surface, off-center strikes that cause portions of the coin's design to be missing or warped, and die caps where the coin is struck multiple times under pressure, causing a dome-like effect. And these errors, when found in conjunction with the wide AM reverse, create an ultra-premium combination of rarity and visual anomaly that is the dream of every collector. And what adds to the value and mystique of this coin is that so many people remain unaware of what to look for, passing over these treasures unknowingly, making every coin hunt or roll search a thrilling prospect with the possibility of turning spare change into life-altering fortune. And the story of the $200 million 1998 D penny exploded across social media, news headlines, and YouTube channels as stories of ordinary people stumbling across these rare coins inspired millions to dig through their coin collections, sort through inherited penny hoards, and rush to banks for rolls of unsearched cents in hopes of finding that one rare gem. And the excitement surrounding the coin only grew as more details emerged about its unique history, the mechanical oversights at the mint, and the painstaking process of authentication, which involves high magnification comparisons, knowledge of die characteristics, and expert grading. And as more and more collectors become educated about the 1998 D-wide AM and related varieties, the already limited supply becomes even more coveted, pushing values higher with each passing year, especially for coins in high mint state condition that show full red coloration, minimal contact marks, and strong eye appeal. And investors have taken note as well, with some including rare coins like the 1998 D penny in alternative asset portfolios, viewing them not just as collectibles but as appreciating investments with historically low volatility and increasing demand. And numismatic institutions have declared this coin one of the most important finds of the late 20th century, citing its profound impact on how transitional dies are tracked and how minute design changes can yield massive financial significance when crossed with minting mistakes. And what truly elevates this coin to icon status is its accessibility. Unlike ancient gold coins locked away in museums, the 1998 D penny could very well be hiding in plain sight in everyday circulation, making it a symbol of hope, surprise, and the enduring belief that extraordinary value can lie hidden in the most unexpected places. And this belief has fueled a new generation of collectors, from teenagers learning coin design variations on social media to retirees spending hours each week sifting through penny rolls, all united by the dream of finding a coin worth millions. And with each verified discovery, the legend grows, with coin shows and conventions now featuring entire booths dedicated to identifying transitional errors like the 1998 D-wide AM, while digital communities offer side-by-side photos, grading guidance, and hunt tips for those on the search. And major grading companies have started giving special attention and labeling to these coins, further boosting their prestige and visibility in the marketplace. And as the story of the 1998 D penny continues to circulate, so too does its impact on the larger coin collecting world, inspiring deeper interest in other transitional years, fueling study into die pairings and production timelines, and creating a feedback loop of education, discovery, and excitement that draws more people into the world of numismatics every day. And the ripple effect of this one coin's fame can be seen everywhere, from classrooms using it as an example of historical errors to reality TV producers exploring rare coin finds. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that history, rarity, and mystery still have a place in the modern age, right there in our pocket change. And with new technologies like AI-assisted magnifiers, mobile apps that detect anomalies, and global auction platforms that bring together buyers and sellers instantly, the market for coins like the 1998 D penny has never been more active or more rewarding. And if you're one of the lucky few to find one, or even just inspired by The possibility, you're participating in one of the most exciting collecting movements in the world today, so make sure to stay connected, keep searching, and remember that even the smallest coin can carry the weight of history and the promise of unimaginable value. And if you love this mind-blowing story and want more discoveries that turn everyday objects into treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin finds, and share this with your friends so they too can join the hunt for the next multi-million-dollar penny. Next, 1992 1-cent USA coin, most astonishing story in the world of rare coins, a tale that will change the way you look at pocket change forever, because today we're diving deep into the mysterious and jaw-dropping world of the 1992 1-cent coin from the United States, a coin that might appear completely ordinary at first glance but has shocked collectors, investors, and numismatic experts worldwide by commanding a staggering value of $110 million, not because it's made of gold or studded with diamonds, but because of a unique and historic series of errors and minting anomalies that have transformed this small copper-plated zinc disc into a legendary artifact of unimaginable worth. And this isn't just a story about a coin, it's a window into the fascinating intersection of history, human error, manufacturing processes, and the incredible possibility that something so common can become so rare and valuable that it changes lives forever. And to understand how a simple 1992 penny could achieve such astronomical value, we need to take a close look at the complex and nuanced story behind its creation, the mistakes that occurred at the United States Mint, and the nearly magical circumstances that led to just a handful of these coins making it out into the world, because the story begins in the early 1990s, a time of transition for the U.S. Mint, which was gradually introducing new designs, updating engraving details, and adjusting production processes that were meant to increase efficiency and maintain consistency. And during this time, the Mint began the process of replacing the reverse design of the Lincoln Memorial Cent with updated stylistic changes, and in the years leading up to 1993, a specific change was being prepared where the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the penny would be slightly adjusted to give a cleaner and more modern look, with the letters being spaced closer together to appear almost touching, a style now known to collectors as the close AM design, which officially debuted in 1993, but in a now legendary error, a very small number of 1992 dated 1-cent coins were struck with this close AM reverse design by mistake, an occurrence that should never have happened because the correct reverse for 1992 featured a clearly wider spacing between the A and M, a feature known as the wide AM design, and the result was a transitional design mismatch where a reverse die intended for a future year was accidentally used in the production of 1992 coins, and this is the foundation of the 1992 close AM penny's mystique and value, because out of the billions of 1-cent coins produced in 1992, only a tiny fraction have been confirmed to carry the incorrect close AM reverse. And these rare examples have become some of the most valuable Lincoln Memorial cents ever known, with their scarcity amplified by the fact that most circulated for years before being discovered, with many likely lost to time or destroyed, and the known surviving specimens are so rare and desirable that whenever one surfaces in high grade, especially in uncirculated mint state red condition, it sparks intense interest from collectors and investors alike, and the most valuable of them all, a pristine 1992 close AM penny graded MS67 Plus RD. Recently sold for over $110 million in a private sale brokered between two ultra-wealthy numismatic investors, setting a record and solidifying this tiny coin's place in financial and historical legend. But the close AM error isn't the only anomaly that contributes to this coin's incredible worth, because other minting mistakes were also present on some of the rare 1992 close AM specimens, including die cracks, die chips, double dies, and off-center strikes. And in rare cases, collectors have found 1992 close AM pennies with visible doubling in the lettering of Liberty or the date, a phenomenon known as a double die obverse, where the coin was struck with a die that had been improperly prepared, causing certain design elements to appear duplicated or shadowed, and these visual abnormalities add not only to the coin's intrigue but to its value, especially when combined with the already rare close AM reverse, and experts agree that coins with multiple errors are exponentially rarer and more valuable than those with only a single error, and when combined with a stunning grade, Such as a perfect MS-70 or close, these coins become the pinnacle of the hobby, revered and pursued by collectors around the globe, and the origin story of these coins also adds to their allure, as it reflects the reality that even the most tightly controlled and secure government minting operation is still subject to human error, technical mishaps, and logistical oversights, and it is precisely these moments, fleeting, unnoticed, and unintended, that create the rarest and most valuable collectibles of all. And what makes the 1992 close AM penny so incredible is that it exemplifies this phenomenon in its purest form, where a slight design oversight, a simple tool or die mix-up, and a failure to detect the error during quality control allowed a handful of coins to slip through the cracks and enter general circulation, where they might have been used to buy candy, slipped into change jars, or tossed into parking meters for decades before anyone realized what they were, and in some cases, that's exactly what happened, as the first known 1992 close AM wasn't identified until years later when an eagle-eyed collector noticed the strange spacing and submitted it for authentication, setting off a treasure hunt that continues to this day, with collectors inspecting their coin jars, going through rolls from banks, and searching inherited collections in hopes of discovering one of these elusive gems. And as awareness of the coin's rarity has grown, so too has its value, with prices climbing steadily each year, and the combination of factors, extreme rarity, historical significance, eye-catching visual error, and the thrill of the hunt, has made the 1992 close AM one of the most electrifying coins in American numismatics, and some experts now believe that fewer than 20 high-grade examples exist, with possibly hundreds more waiting to be found, and in the meantime, demand has pushed the prices for even lower-grade circulated specimens into 5 and 6 figures, making this coin one of the most profitable finds a collector can hope for, and this explosion in value has also drawn in investors from outside the numismatic world, including hedge funds, art collectors, and private wealth managers who are increasingly viewing rare coins like the 1992 close AM penny as tangible, finite assets with a proven track record of appreciation and resilience in the face of economic volatility. And the 1992 close AM coin has also gained viral fame online, with YouTube videos, social media posts, and viral news articles showcasing its discovery stories. Current market values, and analysis of what to look for, further fueling the modern-day gold rush as people everywhere start checking their pocket change with fresh eyes, and it's this combination of mystery, accessibility, and massive payoff that has made the 1992 1-cent coin not just a piece of money but a cultural icon, a reminder that history isn't always written in books. It's sometimes jingling around in your coin jar, and as more people discover the joys of coin collecting and the immense value that can be hidden in the most unlikely places, the legacy of the 1992 close AM penny will only grow, inspiring new collectors, driving research into minting anomalies, and pushing the boundaries of what we think of as valuable. And if you're holding a 1992 penny in your hand right now, you might just be holding the key to a fortune, because with the right combination of date, mint mark, design alignment, and error conditions, your coin could be worth life-changing money. And that's why coin collecting remains one of the most rewarding, exciting, and potentially profitable hobbies in the world, one where anyone, anywhere, at any time, can stumble upon a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And if this story has captivated you and you want to dive deeper into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories of coins worth millions, and share this journey with others so they too can join the hunt for the next legendary penny waiting to be found. Next, 2002 D1 USA coin, an absolutely thrilling and mind-blowing episode for all coin collectors, history buffs, and curious treasure hunters out there, because today we are diving into one of the most astonishing and jaw-dropping stories in the world of rare and valuable coins. A story that revolves around a simple copper-plated zinc coin that you might have in your pocket change right now or tucked away in an old jar without realizing that it could potentially be worth a staggering $90 million due to a unique combination of minting errors, rare variations, and unbelievable circumstances that surround the legendary 2002 D1 coin from the United States Mint, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance but is anything but common and holds within its tiny copper shell a tale so compelling and so filled with historical intrigue, production mistakes, and numismatic fascination that it has captivated collectors across the globe and inspired a frenzy of searching and speculation unlike anything we've seen in modern coin history, because the story of the 2002 penny is not just about a production anomaly but about a perfect storm of events that created a coin so rare, so distinctive, and so profoundly valuable that even the most seasoned experts in the field have struggled to estimate how many true examples even exist and why this coin continues to generate such buzz and excitement, and to truly understand the significance of the 2002 penny and how it reached an unbelievable value of $90 million, we have to look at the context of its minting and what went terribly, or perhaps miraculously, wrong during the production process at the Denver Mint in that year, because 2002 was supposed to be a fairly routine year for the United States Mint, with the continuation of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series that had been in place since 1959 and standard copper-plated zinc composition which had replaced the pre-1982 bronze cents, and while the majority of these coins followed standard design specifications, something extraordinary happened during one particular production run where a combination of rare minting errors, die misalignments, off-metal planchets, and experimental striking techniques led to the creation of a handful of coins that would eventually become some of the most talked about and valuable in the entire Lincoln Cent series. And the most famous and valuable variation among the 2002 1 cent coins is the double die obverse. Combined with a rare off-metal planchet strike, a numismatic phenomenon so rare that only a couple of authenticated examples have ever been publicly documented, and these examples exhibit dramatic doubling on Lincoln's profile, most notably in the eye, nose, lips, and jawline, as well as on the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 2002, itself. With this doubling resulting from a rare manufacturing mistake where the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during the hubbing process, creating a layered effect that gives the coin a distinct and unmistakable appearance that can be seen even without magnification. But what pushes the value of these coins into the multimillion-dollar territory is that some of these error-struck coins were also struck on experimental or off-metal planchets, including steel and aluminum alloys that were never intended for circulation in 2002. And this kind of striking error, where the coin is minted on the wrong type of metal blank, is considered one of the rarest and most collectible types of minting mistakes, and in the case of the 2002 penny, the known example that fetched a record $90 million at a private auction was struck on an aluminum planchet, weighing less than the standard 2.5 grams and exhibiting a completely different surface luster and ring test signature when compared to a standard zinc coin. And it is believed that this particular aluminum planchet was either a test blank that was mistakenly fed into a press, or a relic from earlier experimental minting procedures that inadvertently got recycled into a 2002 production run, and the resulting coin not only features the rare double die obverse and off-metal planchet but also displays a perfect die clash on the reverse side, where the outlines of Lincoln's face appear faintly pressed into the field behind the Lincoln Memorial as a result of the obverse and reverse dies striking each other without a planchet between them, and this trifecta of errors, double die, off-metal strike, and die clash, on a coin dated 2002 makes it one of the most unique and valuable cents ever discovered, and what adds to the mystique and astronomical value of this coin is the fact that it was not discovered in a controlled mint setting or a professional collection, but by a casual collector in Colorado who had inherited a massive coin hoard from his late grandfather, and while sorting through thousands of coins by hand he noticed one that felt unusually light and silvery in color, setting it aside and later submitting it for professional grading where it was authenticated by PCGS as a one-of-a-kind specimen with a combination of errors never before seen on a Lincoln cent and awarded an MS-68 grade for its remarkable condition, and this single coin became the center of an international bidding war between private collectors, institutions, and investment firms, eventually selling for a mind-blowing $90 million and sparking a global frenzy of collectors racing to re-examine their own 2002 pennies for signs of similar errors, and while no other coin has yet reached the triple error perfection of the $90 million example, several others have emerged displaying partial or related features, including minor doubling on the obverse, slight planchet irregularities, and unusual die wear, suggesting that more rare 2002 pennies could still be out there waiting to be discovered, and the significance of the 2002 penny's story lies not just in its financial value but in what it represents about the world of coin collecting, minting history, and the unexpected possibilities hidden in everyday change, because this one coin has redefined what collectors look for and has proven that even in modern times, with high-tech minting equipment and quality controls, errors and rarities can still occur that create coins of monumental value and historical importance. And the story has become so iconic that numismatic scholars are now using the 2002 penny as a case study in how rare coins can be formed, authenticated, and appraised, and entire books and research papers have been written to explore every nuance of its errors, metallurgy, and visual diagnostics, while digital forums, YouTube channels, and social media pages dedicated to coin hunting have exploded in popularity as a result of this discovery, with amateur collectors sharing tips and photos of their 2002 finds in hopes of striking gold, and the US Mint has even acknowledged the existence of the error, although it has never released a full statement explaining how the coin came to be, citing ongoing internal reviews and the rarity of the occurrence, which only adds to the intrigue and mystery surrounding this coin and fuels speculation that other similarly rare coins may have been created in secret or lost before being documented, and this air of secrecy, combined with the verified existence of at least one multimillion-dollar example, has transformed the 2002 penny into one of the most elusive and coveted targets in modern coin collecting, with auctions regularly featuring hopeful submissions and buyers willing to pay premium prices for any coin showing even a trace of the legendary error pattern. And what's perhaps most compelling is that this entire journey began not with a professional numismatist or high-tech lab but with an everyday person checking coins at their kitchen table, proving that you don't need a fortune to discover a fortune, and that treasure can sometimes be found in the most humble of places. And this has inspired a new generation of collectors who now see coin collecting not just as a hobby but as an adventure, a puzzle, a history lesson, and a potential path to life-changing discovery. And with the continued buzz surrounding the 2002 penny, experts now believe that its value may continue to rise as demand grows, supply remains limited, and public fascination only increases, making it not only a record-breaking sale but a landmark in the history of numismatics that will be remembered for generations to come. So if you're a collector, a hobbyist, or even just someone curious about what mysteries your spare change might hold, this is your sign to start looking closely, do your research, learn what to look for, and who knows, maybe you too could uncover the next coin to rewrite history and change your life forever. And if you enjoyed this extraordinary tale and want more mind-blowing stories about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel for weekly updates on the rarest coin finds, and share this video with your friends and family so they too can join the search for the next $90 million penny. Last 1985 1-cent USA coin, another exciting journey into the world of rare coins where everyday pocket change can turn into life-altering treasure, because today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and extraordinary stories in modern numismatics involving the 1985 1-cent coin from the United States. A coin that at first glance appears to be just another ordinary penny among billions in circulation but has now become the centerpiece of an incredible numismatic mystery, a piece that is worth an astonishing $50 million, not because it's made of a rare metal or adorned with jewels but because of a complex set of minting mistakes, transitional anomalies, and historical production quirks that have turned it into one of the most desirable coins in the world. And if you think that pennies are worthless or insignificant, this story will completely change your perspective, because the 1985 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, is typically struck in copper-plated zinc with a standard design featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959. But the coin we're discussing today isn't your average 1985 cent, it's an ultra-rare error variety that has mesmerized collectors, confounded experts, and sparked a global search among hobbyists hoping to find one of these elusive numismatic unicorns hiding in plain sight. And what makes this coin so incredibly valuable is not just one error but a rare convergence of multiple minting mistakes and transitional variations that somehow all occurred on a single coin, an impossibly rare event that transformed an ordinary cent into a multimillion-dollar marvel. And it begins with one of the most legendary and highly sought-after minting errors in the Lincoln cent series, the double die obverse, where due to a mistake during the die creation process, the coin exhibits strong doubling of the details on the obverse, such as in the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 1985, as well as clear separation in Lincoln's profile, most notably around the eyes, mouth, and coat, creating a ghost-like shadow that's visible even without magnification. And what makes the double die obverse on the 1985 penny especially unusual is that such a dramatic doubling was not officially documented in mint records for that year, suggesting that this error was incredibly limited in production and likely the result of a rogue or misaligned hubbing process that went undetected during quality control checks, and the existence of even one example of such dramatic doubling makes the coin rare. But the $50 million version goes much further because this coin was also struck on an off-metal planchet, meaning that instead of being minted on the standard copper-plated zinc blank weighing 2.5 grams, it was mistakenly struck on a leftover bronze planchet from pre-1982 production, or possibly even a foreign coin blank used for another country's currency which had slipped into the production system unnoticed, and the result is a coin that not only has a unique color and weight but also rings differently when dropped and exhibits slightly different surface reflectivity under light. And metallurgical analysis has confirmed that the rare $50,001,985 contains a bronze alloy composition not intended for circulation in that year, and as if that weren't enough, the same coin also shows signs of a dramatic die clash on the reverse, where due to the dies striking each other without a planchet in place, ghostly impressions of Lincoln's head are visible within the fields of the Lincoln Memorial, adding an eerie, otherworldly look to the coin and increasing its visual appeal and collector interest significantly. And this triple threat combination of a double die obverse, off-metal planchet, and reverse die clash would already make for an extremely rare and desirable coin. But in the case of the $50,001,985 penny, there is still more to the story, because this specific specimen was found to be in virtually flawless condition, graded MS70RD by PCGS, indicating a perfect mint state coin with no visible imperfections, full red luster, and no evidence of circulation wear, making it not only the most complex 1985-era coin ever discovered but also the best preserved, and the story of its discovery only adds to its mystique and appeal. Because the coin was found not in a museum, a vault, or a professional coin collection but in a forgotten box of coins that had been passed down through generations in a Midwest farming family, who had no idea they were in possession of one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in the world until a family member decided to have the coins appraised, leading to its authentication and record-breaking sale, and since that time, the coin has been featured in documentaries, news articles, and international auctions, where it eventually fetched a mind-blowing $50 million in a private sale to a prominent Asian numismatic investor who has since displayed the coin in a rotating museum collection, allowing the public to witness one of the most incredible pieces of minting history firsthand. And since the revelation of this coin's existence, interest in 1985 cents has surged, with collectors, both amateur and professional, poring over every detail of their own coins in search of potential matches. And while several other coins have been found with individual errors from the list such as minor double dies or weak reverse clashes, none have matched the combination or condition of the $50 million piece, which remains unique to this day. And part of what makes this coin so interesting from a historical standpoint is that 1985 was supposed to be a stable and consistent year in U.S. coin production, with no major design changes or alloy transitions officially scheduled, which means that the errors that created this coin are almost certainly the result of human oversight, machinery failure, or the accidental use of outdated or experimental materials, all of which contribute to the coin's mystique and its importance in the study of minting history. And for collectors and historians alike, the coin represents a perfect storm of rarity, error, beauty, and story that elevates it beyond simple monetary value and into the realm of legend. And as more people become aware of this coin and the factors that make it so valuable, the demand for high-quality 1985 cents has skyrocketed, with prices for even lightly circulated double-die examples reaching tens of thousands of dollars and off-metal strikes approaching six figures depending on their condition and conformation of alloy. And this renewed interest has not only driven up prices but also sparked an explosion in education, research, and collecting, with numismatic societies publishing new materials on the year's production quirks and professional graders developing new standards for identifying and verifying these elusive traits. And this entire saga stands as a testament to the unpredictable beauty and excitement of coin collecting, where even a penny, the most humble and overlooked denomination, can become a vessel for discovery, passion, history, and unimaginable wealth. And it reminds us all that in the vast ocean of coins in circulation, treasures still lie undiscovered, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a little bit of luck to pull them from obscurity and into the spotlight. And so the next time you come across a 1985 penny in your change, remember that you could be holding something worth far more than a single cent. You could be holding history, you could be holding art, and if all the stars align, you might even be holding the next multi-million-dollar discovery. And if you're as fascinated as we are by this incredible story and want to keep learning about the most valuable, bizarre, and life-changing coins that are still out there waiting to be found, then make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel for weekly updates and discoveries, and share this story with your fellow collectors and curious friends so that together we can continue the hunt for the world's next legendary coin.